Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of It's All Food. Today I will be sharing with you 2 ways to enjoy your bruschetta. If you're wondering what bruschetta is, so it's this bread right here. This dry bread is called bruschetta in Italy. I don't know if I'm getting the pronunciation right. So I'm going to be showing you 2 ways to enjoy it. So let's get started. I have some shrimps, and here I have some fresh tomatoes, a cucumber, some garlic and onion, and also I'll be using some butter, some fresh basil, and a chicken. So these are the ingredients I'll be using for this recipe. Now let's begin with the preparation. Now place a pan on the heat. Add in some olive oil, 1 garlic clove, and some fresh rosemary. Then add in your shrimps. Now season it with salt and some chili pepper. Fry for 3 minutes. Then flip the other side for another 3 minutes. Now my shrimps is ready. I'll just take that off the pan. In that same pan, add in some oil and place your chicken. Now cover to fry for 5 minutes. Then flip the other side for another 5 minutes. Now add in some water. Season it with salt, a seasoning cube, and add in some chili pepper. Then cover to cook until the water is perfectly dry. Now while our chicken is cooking, I'll start by prepping my bread. Now cut your bread into any shape that you like. I like this shape, that's why I cut my bread into this perfect shape. So place your bread into a baking tray. Then set aside. Now I'll start by grating my garlic and cutting it into smaller pieces with a knife. Now set some of those garlic into an empty bowl and the other into the butter. I will be melting that butter with garlic in the microwave. Now my butter has been melted. I will just rub that into the bread. A perfect combination. You can use olive oil if you do not like butter. Now flip the other side and repeat the same. Now sprinkle with some dry cheese. I will be baking that in the oven for 5 minutes. I will be flipping each side after 2.5 minutes. Now cut your tomatoes into smaller pieces. Make sure to take out the seed. Now place your diced tomatoes into a bowl. Add some of those garlic. Then add some olive oil into the remaining garlic and heat it up in the microwave for 10 seconds. Then dice your fresh basil and add it to the diced tomatoes. Season it with salt, some black pepper or chili pepper. Now add in the olive oil mixed with garlic. And now I'll be adding in some black vinegar to complement everything. Mix the combined and set aside. Now let's check on our bread. It's ready. Look at that beautiful color. This is how my bread looks after baking. The inside is soft, while the outside is crispy. Now let's set this bread into a beautiful setting. Now place the bread into a platter and top it with the mixed tomatoes. Now we are going to be topping it with our shrimps. Now the first step of our bruschetta recipe is ready. Now just top it with some olive oil and you're good to go. The flavor from this bread, from this tomato mix, from the vinegar, everything in it is so perfect. Look at that. Now let's check on our chicken. Yes, it's perfectly cooked and the water is perfectly dry. Now we're going to take that off the pan. We will be using that same pan for the onion. Now place your diced onion into the pan. Seasoning with thyme, salt, and some chilies. Mix the combined. We're actually going to be cooking this onion. We're not frying it. Then add in some olive oil. And some water, little water, to cook the onion because we don't want it to be dry. Then cover to cook. Now let's shred the chicken. Take out the skin and the bone. Then shred the chicken into small pieces. And set aside. Cut your cucumber and tomato and set aside. Now cut your bread. We're going to be filling this bread with all these things. Now rub in some mayonnaise or any cream of your choice. Then place in some lettuce. Add in your chicken. Now my onion is ready and is perfectly cooked. So I'm just going to be adding that into the bread. Now top your chicken with a cooked onion. And add in your cut cucumber. Again, add the cooked onion. And top it with some tomato. Then microwave it for about 10 seconds. Now place it on a rolling paper and wrap it tightly. Now my bread is perfectly wrapped. In this stage, I like to leave the bread for about 2 minutes for everything to warm up. Then I cut. There you go. That's a second part of the bruschetta recipe. So what I do, I just sprinkle in some of the oil from the cooked onion. I tell you, this recipe is yummy. When you're eating it, it feels like, you're eating everything is so creamy. So this is our bruschetta recipe, the first part and the second part. I hope you like it. Have you subscribed yet? If you have not, please just hit the red subscribe button down below and turn on the notification bell to be notified each time I post a new video. Please do not forget to like, share, and comment. Thanks for your support.